It's the halfway point of the season for the ADAC GT Masters Race 7 at the Nürburgring, and it was Felix Hersiger who started on pole position, Leighton Fury alongside him, but with 20 kilograms of success ballast from the Lausitz ring, it meant that he was soon swallowed up by the pack. Nicholas Callas making it up into second place. Emil Nürbrugring had started fifth, but he was soon challenging for a podium position. The Mustang reaching the BMW and turning the heat up. Also further back was Juliano Holzem. He was in fifth place and he was closing in on the duo who were fighting in front of him as well. They were all fighting for that last of the podium positions. While all of that was going on, Felix Hersiger and Nicholas Callas were opening up a gap at the front of the pack. There was a spinner further back, and that was Jonas Karklees. The Lamborghini, though, remaining away from any fences and was able to rejoin. The two Razzoon More Than Racing Porsches came into the pit lane at the same time, and there was going to be an investigation about a possible blocking in the pit lane. Alex Tauscher sitting in for Colin Berninghausen, who is injured, and it was Alex's first ever race in the ADAC GT Masters, but Mark Kastelitz having beaten him out of the pits. Then they had Joseph Ellerine. First they had to deal with the BMW, and it was Kastelitz who was first to line up on Ellerine. This was for 8th place. Alexander Tauscher was next there to relegate, and then the confirmation of that investigation, and that was the two Razzoon cars getting together in the pit lane. But before any penalty could be served, Mark Kastelitz had gone wide. There was other battles up and down at the track with debris flying up into the air as well. The Fabio Rauer and Storm Nürburgring car, and behind them was Enrico Förderer and J-Mo Hertling. It was J-Mo Hertling in this instance who was trying to push his way forwards, picking up a bollard along the way. There were investigations for incidents between two of the cars, and that was on 3 different corners, so race control getting involved there. Alex Tauscher up into 8th place, but Simon Conor Prim in the Audi was trying to relegate him from that position. Tauscher was not going to give up though. This was really entertaining racing. The two cars running absolutely side by side for an extended period of time in the race, but the squeeze from Simon Conor Prim and then Alex Tauscher on the inside. Prim was going to try and close the door a little bit forcefully. Coming up to the next corner, Prim just taking the Porsche wide, and eventually Prim was told to give that position back, so Alex Tauscher was able to move in front of him. Meanwhile, at the front, no such issues. It was a win for Finn Zulauf and for Felix Hersiger, receiving the checkered flag ahead of Keanu Blum and Nicholas Callas. In the interview after the race, Felix Hersiger had said that it was actually very hard work. Although it looked like an easy job from the front, he said they'd had to work really, really hard, and the track was difficult, conditions were hot, but he was delighted to be moving to the top of the championship as a result of that win. Finn Zulauf, his co-driver, also had a chat, and he was saying that it was Felix Hersiger who'd done all the hard work. It was because of him that they had won the race, and the hard work that he had done in qualifying and then extending the lead at the front of the field. Finn Zulauf, who had come from GT4 racing into the GT3 category, was absolutely delighted to be at the top of the point standings along with Felix Hersiger. They've leapfrogged Leighton Fury and Tim Zimmerman and now lead them by 5 points in the championship. Fury and Zimmerman were the championship leaders coming into this weekend, but now after the first of 2 races this weekend, we're down into second place, 5 points back. On the podium we also had Gottfried Grasser and Gerhard Twereza, who had won in the Pro-Am category. Great to see Gottfried Grasser behind the wheel of the Lamborghini. The celebration started, but our focus now turns to race 2 tomorrow here at the Nürburgring.